Alright, good evening. Got home from work today and realized there's nothing for dessert. How shameful. That just doesn't happen in this house. So, I'm going to whip up a little bit of a dessert tonight. Something that could even go for breakfast in the morning if you want. And it's sort of going to go with the season. We are entering the fall season. And what everybody thinks of at that time is pumpkin pie spice. I mean, you can't go anywhere without seeing it at Starbucks, at Dunkin' Donuts. It's the time of the year. So, we're going to make our own. This little jar holds the magic. And it may seem like it's a little more expensive when you buy the spices in bulk like this, but when you price a little jar like this and what you're going to get from this, pretty easy and pretty affordable. But what we got here is we've got cinnamon, ground ginger, clove, allspice, and nutmeg. And we're going to start with 4 tablespoons of ground cinnamon. This is one spice I just love. I mean, cinnamon is just for everything. There we go, 4 tablespoons. Now we're going to need 1 tablespoon of ground ginger. Get them in there. And then we're going to need 2 teaspoons of cloves, which this in itself, when you open the container and smell it, is pretty much your whole sense of pumpkin pie spice. You just get that whole smell from it. 1 teaspoon of, 2 teaspoons of nutmeg, of allspice. And then 1 teaspoon of the nutmeg. And most of these spices you can find at, well, your local grocery store, but you can also get them at like the Amish food markets, and they come in bulk, which lasts like forever. So, we've got everything together in here. Just going to mix it all up. We got our spices all mixed together here. Going to put it in a funnel. And fill up this jar. And like I said, I mean, this is pretty much your spice for this season right now. Like, I mean, you're seeing pumpkin pie, everything coming out. And that's really not a bad thing, I guess. I mean, it does go good with everything. I mean, you can put it in like your pancakes. You can put it in dessert of all types. It doesn't just for pumpkin pie. So tonight, what we're going to do with it is we're going to make pumpkin pie cinnamon rolls. Like I said, you can add it to coffee, you can add it to anything. I mean, here I've got a simple little caramel latte with some pumpkin spice.
We took off on it back to the
Yeah, you're not going to get that at Dunkin' or Starbucks. That's only something you can do in your own home. But now we're going to start with the dough for our cinnamon rolls. And this was just your simple basic dough, which is a cup of water, a package of yeast, and a teaspoon of sugar. You let it bloom for 10 minutes. Then you add 4 cups of flour, a quarter cup at a time, a tablespoon of olive oil, and a teaspoon of salt. You mix it all together, either with a wooden spoon or a dough hook if you have a mixer, and you let it rise. After it's all mixed together, you let it rise for another about hour. When the hour is up, you just roll it out now. And you want it to be pretty flat. I mean, you don't want it to be a huge mound of dough. Alright, melted some butter here. We're just going to get that all spread on. You want to go to as close to your edges as you can with this. Butter is, again, just one of those things. This is why I love Paula Deen so much. Butter is just one of those things you cannot have too much of. Your doctor may tell you otherwise. Your cardiologist might tell you otherwise. But your taste buds, I'm sorry, you got to listen to them from time to time, and they tell you get as much of that good stuff as you can. I'm just going to do this. It'll go a little quicker. You want to coat the whole surface pretty much with butter. This is going to help your mixture that you put in the middle, the sugar and the pumpkin pie spice. On here I got about a cup of sugar and about a quarter cup of the pumpkin pie spice. You could probably even, the way this is looking to me, I mean, we've all had cinnamon toast before, but I don't see why you couldn't sprinkle that on some toast and have pumpkin toast.
That would be good.
But you're going to want to now just start sprinkling it on.
That'd be good in pancakes.
Yeah. Yep, this is the time of the year for it. If you wanted your, well, pumpkin pancakes, but didn't want to wait even till fall. I mean, yeah, this is the spice of the season we're in right now, but why not? Why not use it all year? Like I said, at the price of some of them little jars, you know, and you're only going to dig it out for Thanksgiving. No. Make this stuff, you can use it all year round. Now, with all of our area coated, we're just going to start rolling it all in.
I can smell that spice.
Mm-hmm. I'll wait until these start baking.
Mm.
That's going to be... that part we may have to cut off, but...
Fry it up in the frying pan.
Yeah. Yeah.
My mom, when she would make cookies and pies, she'd always make cinnamon things out of the extra pie dough.
Fried dough. Never have too much of that.
I would eat about 40 of them. Rick would eat maybe, my brother. he would eat maybe one.
So, we have 2 round baking pans here. Your easiest way to do this is find what's middle and cut. And if you do that to each section, you're going to have
The priest himself said that he could feel essence in my house and around me. There is a demon.
I like big cinnamon rolls, just saying.
Spirits, and those spirits
and then we're going to just
call for
start lining them around in the pan.
God, that spice smells so good.
And it really puts you in the mood for fall, don't it?
It does. And it's chilly here now, so it's it kind of feels like it should be time for this kind of food.
You know what? I might be able to work this in here.
So I'm not going to get my fried dough.
Probably not, no. I'm going to go that way with it.
If Billy Garcia listened to those who rejected him, he never would have made a name for himself, lining up some of the biggest names in pro sports. That's not fighting spirit. That's what makes him lion.
This looks fairly easy watching you do it.
It really is. It really is easy. All cooking is easy.
Well, that's kind of the point I'm making. We pay these big, ridiculous prices, complain because we have no money, we work hard, when you can do this stuff at home.
Mm-hmm.
And it just tastes better.
It really is.
Then you get to eat it all.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, again, we're going to wait. You got to let this rise for about an hour.
Ugh.
So the dough rises and the cinnamon rolls become nice and fluffy. While our rolls are baking, I've got 2 cups of powdered sugar. To that, we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. The good vanilla extract. 2 tablespoons of melted butter. And 2 tablespoons of water. And we're going to get this all mixed up. Since we're going with the fall pumpkin pie spice theme, we're going to add about a pinch. Maybe another of our pumpkin pie sugar cinnamon spice. And we're just going to mix this all up. And then when our rolls come out, we're going to have a nice glaze to put on and make them. Rolls are ready to come out. So as our cinnamon rolls have come out of the oven now, we're going to just not so generously apply our frosting. That's the good part. And we're going to get this all spread all over it. Just share a little bit with them. Alright. So there you go. Pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls. I hope you give this recipe a try. Enjoy the pumpkin spice season all year round. It's easy to make and enjoyable to have all time. Share this video with your friends and neighbors. Hit the like and subscribe button. We'll see you next video. Have a good evening. Well, we got to sample these.
They are very good. Not overpowering. You get the hint of the pumpkin and the cinnamon. Very, very good.
Very good. Very good. Give us a try. Have a good evening.